Cancel culture. It's the internet's favorite courtroom. One tweet, one comment, one move, and suddenly you're out. But what if I told you that cancel culture doesn't just look like justice in action? It actually mirrors a psychological disorder. Yep, I'm talking about narcissism. And not just any narcissism, group narcissism. Let's break this down. According to the DSM-5, Narcissistic Personality Disorder includes traits like grandiosity, craving admiration, lack of empathy, and arrogant behaviors. Now think about cancel culture. Groups online sweep in, claiming the moral high ground. We're the voice of the voiceless. That's group grandiosity right there. And then there's virtue signaling. Publicly calling someone out gets you likes, retweets, and a nice dopamine bump. That's the craving for admiration. But here's where it gets chilling. Cancel culture can feel like it's not about the issue, but about feeling good for being right. Empathy in short supply. Once someone's been labeled an offender, their intentions, apologies, even their humanity get wiped away. No context, no second chances. That's classic narcissistic splitting. You're either all good or all bad. It gets deeper. In psychology, narcissists project their flaws onto others and demand total loyalty. Online, this shows up as unfriend me if you support X, total ideological purity, no questions asked. If you hesitate to join in on the shaming, you risk being targeted yourself. Experts call this the bystander effect, when fear keeps people silent even if they disagree. Why does this happen? Part of it's the tech. Social media loves outrage. It spreads 6 times faster than thoughtful conversation. Plus, online anonymity lets us act bigger, meaner, bolder, without the consequences. And sometimes cancel culture taps into real pain, generational trauma, past injustices. But even then, the line between fighting for justice and using pain as a weapon can blur. When outrage becomes a contest, who's most victimized, who's most pure, the narcissism just goes viral. So how do we break the cycle? I'm not saying we ignore harm or stay silent about injustice, but there's a difference between accountability and pathology. Real accountability means dialogue, growth, and second chances. Pathological cancel culture is about permanent exile and public humiliation. No redemption allowed. Here's what actually works. Private conversations instead of public pile-ons. Empathy exercises, like stepping into someone else's shoes. Tech fixes, like adding a pause before you share that angry post. And restorative justice, helping people make real amends, not just perform apologies for the crowd. Bottom line, the rush of canceling someone can feel powerful, but it rarely brings real change. True justice combines accountability with humanity. So next time you feel the urge to cancel, ask yourself, are you seeking justice or just another hit of moral superiority? For a deeper dive, check out Christopher Lash's The Culture of Narcissism, or skim the DSM-5 section on personality disorders. Let's aim for a culture where we call people in, not out. Thanks for listening.